Everyone thinks Moneyball is about data, but it's not. It's about knowing when not to argue. There's this scene where the scouts are debating players, talking about good-looking ball players or ugly girlfriends and utter nonsense. And Billy Beane just sits there, listens silently. Most people interrupt too early. Billy waits. He's not being polite, he's being strategic. He's listening to understand what do they believe before he then has to reframe it.
What's the problem?
The problem is we have to replace 3 key players in our lineup.
What's the problem?
Same as it's ever been. We've got to replace these guys with what we have existing.
No, what's the problem, Barry?
We need 38 home runs, 120 RBIs, and 47 doubles to replace.
He's not answering their question. He questions their question. Because until they see that they're solving the wrong problem, nothing he says is going to land.
The problem we're trying to solve is that there are rich teams and there are poor teams. Then there's 50 feet of crap. And then there's us. It's an unfair game.
He redefines the game for them. It's not how do you replace Giambi, it's how do we compete in an unfair game. Different questions, different strategy.
Is there another first baseman like Giambi?
No, not really.
No.
And if there was, could we afford him?
No.
Then what the fuck are you talking about, man?
Again, he doesn't tell them they're wrong. He asks questions to make their logic collapse in on itself. They trap themselves, not him.
Why don't you just let us be responsible for replacing Giambi with who we know that can play?
And here's what most people miss. At the end, when the scouts push back, Billy realizes he's not going to be able to convince them there and then. They're too invested in being right, so he walks, because minds don't change during arguments, they change after them. Dave McRaney talks about this in How Minds Change. So he leaves the room, finds someone who already sees the world his way, Peter Brand, and changes the game from there. That is strategic influence. So Billy's playbook, which you can copy, is listen first, frame the problem, use their logic against them, and know when to walk away. Have you ever tried to push strategy through to a room full of skeptics? What worked for you?